And we're back. You guys having fun? Come on, are you guys having fun? I can see you guys actually through the glass.
This glass isn't one way, guys.
It's not one way. We can see you out there. So we got an eye on you. So anyways, we got a great matchup here, another Team EZ.
Yeah, Nerchio versus ForGG.
The games we've casted have actually been so freaking epic.
Yeah,
man.
we've had some long back and forth games. And
yeah.
This one's really important because Nerchio, he's one of the big foreigner hopes, but he has to win this. Hey,
there's a lot on the line. Right, it's MC. I'm so glad I'm protected by glass, so he can't hurt me right now. Now I'm not protected by glass. Hi, MC. And Carmack takes him away. So, what are we talking about?
We're talking about how Nerchio has to win,
What game are we casting right now?
ForGG is in first place in the group. Nerchio must win this. He's in fourth right now. Okay, he has to win. He wants to go through, win.
It's that simple.
Or that difficult, Tasis. Or that difficult.
Depends. Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
So whenever the players are ready, it looks like they're requesting for the game to start. We're going to get this going. We've already had so many amazing games, though, today.
Yeah.
And as you can see, here's ForGG.
Yeah, this is
actually pretty well known in StarCraft 1.
Oh, I would say so.
Before switching over to StarCraft 2.
He's a former OSL champion, man.
Yeah.
One of the better Terrans in the whole world. Recently joining Millennium. And, you know, he's got a very specific style.
Yeah, he really does. And he's got a multitude of different builds here.
Yeah.
So you never really know what to expect from ForGG.
Yeah. You know, if I had to guess, he's going to do something pretty aggressive, pretty micro-oriented. Wouldn't be surprised to see some Hellion Banshee out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's funny because he switched over in that kind of funky period of time in StarCraft 2. Where initially we had the game come out, and then everybody swapped over. Mm-hmm. Then, you know, we had the Caspa players. This guy was in between that. He's like 1.5.
Yes. He's generation 1.5. That's a good way to put it.
And here's Nerchio.
Yeah, on the other hand, has been playing since the beta. He's been one of the top Zergs in Europe for that entire time. Recently won the Home Story Cup, a great tournament here in Germany. And he's a beast, man. He really knows how to kill people.
Very smart player. A little bit on the younger side here. Nerchio, you know, he's a real treat to watch. Definitely one of the better Zergs we've seen here at the Intel Extreme Masters. And I'm really looking forward to seeing, you know, what exactly he's going to do, because this may be one of the toughest opponents he faces, depending on how far he goes through this tournament.
Yeah.
And with everything on the line, like it is right now, this is when you bust out your best builds.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're going to see Nerchio's absolute perfect best play that he is capable of here today.
Oh, man, I can't wait to get this going. Both players, though, obviously ForGG is the favorite, but we are seeing, especially at some of these international events, the foreigners starting to catch up with the Koreans. Initially, the Koreans went to all these events, dominated everything. Now that I think a lot of these players have the experience of playing against these guys, I think the mystique is gone, and I don't know. Maybe
all that's left is the raw skill of both players. So
right, exactly.
Who can actually do it here? You know, ForGG has definitely been playing a little bit more in Europe recently since he joined Millennium. So, you know, he knows the style a little bit better than a lot of the other Korean players. I think that gives him a little leg up.
You know, to go off what you were saying, obviously there's different servers for StarCraft 2. So you play on the Korean server, there's a certain meta game that you're dealing with. You play on the European server, another meta game. USA server, another meta game. Now, sometimes these Korean players complain because they say, well, I don't even understand what the hell these European guys are doing. They're playing so differently from the way we play on the Korean server.
Yeah.
So it's something to keep in mind. With ForGG having that experience, it's definitely going to give him another little leg up over our Zerg player, which I'm about to introduce right now. Make some noise for our Zerg in the bottom left. Give it up for Nerchio. Well, that's ForGG. It was in the upper right, so let's try this again. In the bottom left for our Zerg player in the bottom left. Give it up for Nerchio. All right. It's a one-on-one map. Great map, actually. Not too big, but not too small like some of the maps in early StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
What do you expect to see from ForGG? Do you just play your standard style?
Look, I think he's going to go ahead, and I would not be surprised at all to see like a Banshee Hellion style out of him. He's really good with his micro. It's one of his best suits. He's really good at being aggressive and putting on pressure. And I feel like that's a good, safe way to do it and still set yourself up really well economically.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we got the hatch coming in over here. And again, all very standard stuff. It is, again, guys, and I've said this a couple times, I want to reiterate for people tuning in, because we have people tuning in from all over the world, this is such a treat to be down here in Germany, and it's so good to be doing an IEM and Intel Extreme Masters. I'm loving it.
Oh, yeah, of course, man. I've been wanting to cast an Intel Extreme Masters for a very long time. I know you have too, Tasteless. And to finally be here and at Europe's largest gaming convention, which that's not an understatement. I'm looking around, and there are a ridiculous amount of people here watching.
Yeah, we're in, I think we're in Hall 8 right now, but there are so many other halls here, convention halls, that are just completely jam-packed with people and different exhibitions of games.
And there's a lot of cool stuff over there, but those people are messing up because they should be in here watching these games.
I mean, those other games are cool, but this is the best part of the whole, you know, GamesCom.
That's obvious, Tasteless. That's obvious.
By the way, we got to go check that out. Our feet actually hurt.
I have a blister.
Yeah, same with me. Our feet actually ache from walking through the entire convention, and I don't know if that's because it's really big or because we're really unhealthy and we spend all day in front of our computers. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to go with it's big.
It's big, man. And we walked around Cologne as well.
We did.
We got to give ourselves some credit there. We walked a long way.
Cologne, a beautiful city.
Yeah.
You know, they have this, oh, now I'm forgetting the name of it. The name of the cathedral. Does anybody know the name of the cathedral in Cologne? What's it called? I don't know why I'm asking you guys to have headsets on. I can't hear you. They got this cathedral here, and it's absolutely beautiful. But they keep cleaning it because the train comes by and gets it all black. They need to leave that thing black. It looks badass. It looks like there should be gargoyles flying around it. Totally cool.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Tasteless.
All right. Looks like we're into the point in time in this game where things are starting to heat up a little bit. And it looks like we're going to have a double refinery here for our Terran player, ForGG.
Oh, yeah. He is going straight up into that reactor Hellion style. Now, will he follow it up with a starport? We kind of predicted that a little bit. Nerchio, in the meantime, just scouting what's going on with that bunker. Going to make ForGG completely safe.
And the spine crawler coming up here. Yeah. So Nerchio also going to be very safe. How many queens do you want to get on this map, Ratosis?
Well, you know, I like 6 queens on any map, Tasteless, but it's still the early game. Hard to see exactly what he's going to do. And in fact, you know, I don't think he's going to go for 6 queens. I think he's going to sit on 4 because he's actually going double gas right now. And by going double gas right now, it shows, well, you know, he doesn't need to really go out and take his third base as quickly as we would have thought, which is something that obviously can help if you have 6 queens.
All right, this is the queens are going to continue to push the creep forward here. And we're going to have the Hellions come out here now. This is actually what we've been casting all day for this matchup. This is the kind of common way to play this.
Yeah.
And it's because, you know, the Hellions are so fast. Generally speaking, early on in an RTS game, that fast unit is going to be the one that you're going to send out early because it can get away and it can harass. So there's little room to punish. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now.
Now, ForGG is going for Cloak with his Banshees here. This is something that he has done a lot in the past, so I'm not surprised to see it. Also, 2 more gases going up for Nerchio, so he's kind of aware of what's going on. He's trying to prepare, but the Hellion's going to run by in the natural. What is he going to be able to kill? The Link's coming up. Link speed not quite there yet. A nice surround,
really
a beautiful
nice
surround.
Wow. All right, so the Hellions are retreating. I don't think they're all going to get out. And, you know, that was really nicely done. Getting those Links over there, cutting off the runaround there from ForGG. Those Hellions did not even pay for themselves.
Yeah, he killed 2 drones. That's what he did with those, and that was not enough. Well, I mean, his Banshees are going to come down now, but already Spore Crawlers going up for Nerchio, so everything looks really good for him right now. Nerchio has actually basically defended everything perfectly so far.
Yeah, he's been playing a great game, and I mean, let's face it, if Nerchio beats ForGG, I mean, this is one of the best esports moments in his life. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
ForGG is no small-time player.
Now, behind the Cloaked Banshee and Hellion harassment, which really hasn't done anything yet, the fact that Cloaked Banshee in the main base right now, not really getting that many kills, you know, he's decided, oh, yeah, this hasn't really done that much. So ForGG is getting 2 command centers and 2 engineering bays behind this. Normally, when you see someone go for like a Hellion Banshee attack, it's a little bit slower, and you have 3 command centers already. In this way, he got that a little bit quicker, and instead decided to go to those 4 command centers. A really cool choice.
So, obviously, when the orbital's done here at this command center, he's going to go ahead and move, that over here, which, by the way, Nerchio's denying with the creep. When exactly do you move this to the 4th base, do you think?
I think
you just wait for a long period of time?
That just sits in your main base, making SCVs, dropping mules, cats and scans, whatever you want to do with it. But you do not really go very quickly to that 4th. Taking a 4th base against Zerg, it's hard. It takes a while as Terran. And, I mean, Nerchio is going to be way too mobile for that to happen quickly.
All right, as you can see, Burrow here on the way. And 1-1 here for ForGG. That along with the command center really keep, Banshee taken out.
Yeah, Banshee getting a few kills. He ended up with 10 drone kills total, so 2 from those Hellions and then 8 more from the Banshee. So it actually ended up being pretty good overall.
But as you said, Artosis, just to reiterate, he is definitely investing into the late game. And he's going to make a 5th command center.
Wow.
All right.
This is ForGG for you, man. He does really aggressive things and really greedy things.
ForGG, more like 4CC. This guy, actually. It's a command
more like
center
5CC.
Well, again, a nice surround there. He's just going to go ahead and take out those Hellions. Note, Terran has no map control whatsoever. Creep does dissipate, but not very quickly. So losing that Overlord, nothing wrong with that. Totally worth it. I don't know. Let's try to get under this command center here. Looks like they've been picked up.
Yeah,
and nice. Look at that. Nerchio's so good.
I'm loving it, man.
Burrowing the Zerglings there. I love that.
That really quick layer has given him such a quick burrow, and in fact, he has a bunch of infestors that are popping out. 2-2 already on the way. Nerchio's gotten. This is like just such a cool way to play it. You know, he's got all sorts of tech out. He defended perfectly against everything ForGG did early game. You know, ForGG is known for things like that, for aggressive openings. So Nerchio has done his homework here.
Let's do a quick vision check here. He never knew about that 4th command center, and therefore doesn't even know about the 5th one. So he's probably anticipating a push that is just not going to come for a very long period of time.
It's true, Tasteless. We do have the 3rd and 4th bases for Nerchio right now. That 4th base not quite done yet, but it's got a good timing on it. He's going to have that mining just slightly after ForGG has his 3rd up. And now we just have a lot of Lings, Infestors, and a Baneling Nest on the way. So we might actually see an attack coming up from Nerchio, and against someone who has no siege tanks up at his 3rd base. I mean, if he doesn't move his siege tanks up there, that could be pretty hard for him to hold on against all these infested Terrans.
Yeah, you know, and especially for a guy who's only made command centers for most of this game, it could be bad news. The Infestors are going to try to sneak in here.
Infestors are coming. What is he going to do with them?
Is he going to throw a bunch of infested Terrans? This could be bad news for ForGG.
He might go for some fungal growths. We'll see. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to get near that missile turret.
He's got to be careful because you can see the shade on the ground as the Infestors move. So is he going to make Banelings or what? All right, nice.
Oh, and here we go. Some fungal growths going off on that mineral line, killing off a lot of mules and SCVs, but can he get out of there? No, ForGG with a great counter. He holds on and kills off most of the Infestors.
And he's going to scan one more time, it looks like. And goodbye, Infestor.
Yeah, that's
so a little bit of a trade. I mean, if the Infestors got out, that would have been much better.
He only killed 6 SCVs, so that's kind of rough. You know, I like that trade for ForGG there.
Man, and the creep spread is getting just insane here. It's almost to the point where it's in the Terrence territory. In fact, he's probably going to get creep over here to where the Zerglings burrowed, so it's going to be really hard to get that 4th base up.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
running for
so
it.
annoying. Now Nerchio is still trying to be a little bit tricky with his Infestor stasis. He is moving one up into that. Oh, there you go. He does throw down, but this is not really going to do anything with those infested Terrans.
Yeah, nice unsiege there by ForGG, then a repair. So another loss Infestor, not doing that much damage. Nerchio now taking this location as well as this one here. Well, hold on. We got another Russian here. Certainly he's doing a bunch of damage here to these SCVs. Now moving out. And, you know, it's kind of a funky game because Nerchio, I think what he's trying to do is smart, but the execution just isn't there. He's not doing the damage he needs to do. Oh, my God. I've lost count of how many infestors have been killed off Artosis.
Oh, he saved both those, but yeah, he's lost a ton of infestors so far. Now, ForGG is pushing across this map oh so quickly. Nerchio's 5th base is going to be canceled, it looks like. Nice move there by ForGG, not letting it get up. And this is a good attack timing because the Greater Spire is about to finish.
He didn't cancel that.
Oh. Wow. No mistake.
That's not good. Well, we got a counterattack here from the Zerg player. He's moving in here. He's trying to do as much damage as possibly can. SCV's trying to move out right now. Is ForGG going to turn around? No, he's not. He's actually going to go heading southbound here towards what it looks like it could be the main here. And if he gets to the main Artosis, there's just not a whole lot that he's going to be able to do. Nerchio's going to be able to do because he's going to lose his entire tech.
Well, here we go. Nerchio starting to push forward a little bit. ForGG holding his ground for the moment. We don't have any corruptors out, so Broodlords can't be made yet. He's going to rely completely on Ling Infestor.
All right, nice job here. Forcing that splash tank, or splash damage from the siege tank there. Now, is ForGG going to hold his position? Throwing another infested Terrier. Baneling's coming in now. It looks like Nerchio's going to drive him out.
Yeah,
no
just
problem.
Barely pushing him back there. He still has his infestors alive, so that's really good. That's the important part here.
In fact, we have a total of 9 infestors in the game, so he's in pretty good shape, especially for a Terran who's got 2 siege tanks.
Well, another macro hatch on the way for Nerchio. He's taking the top left as well. A little sneak expansion. I like that idea. But ForGG, he's got those 2 extra command centers. It's time for him to actually expand somewhere. Yeah,
he needs to move this over here. Nerchio knows he's actually going to have a bunch of Broodlings over here, just in case he sends 1 or 2 Marines down here because he sees the command center can't land. Actually, no, bunch of Marines. Might even use the Infestor as well. He could even put that on the high ground over here, and after he gets rid of this stuff, throw an Infested Terran down here. Meanwhile, a drop, Artosis is taken away.
Well, a nice little drop going on by ForGG, just keeping busy Nerchio. You know, when you don't have any mutas, it's hard to stop drops. It's really cost inefficient, takes a while. And as we see, he does have spores out to try to help with this type of thing, knowing that that's a problem with this strategy.
Corruptors moving out now. Regrouping over here at the Xel'Naga Watchtower. And, you know, I got to say, even though Nerchio has taken some heavy hits, man, he's done a really good job of keeping ForGG at bay. But if the rest of these infestors get hit from behind, it's going to be bad news.
He is losing a lot of them, Tasteless. And another one looks like it might go down if he scans. Chance to kill a few more here. Nerchio has just been hemorrhaging those, but the Lings up at the 3rd base did do a little bit of damage to the economy of ForGG once again. You know,
Nerchio really likes to abuse that burrow.
Yeah.
He will burrow and burrow and burrow, and I haven't seen this guy miss a beat in a moment where he can utilize that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, though, ForGG just trying to gather up and do a push. Curious if he's actually going to drop here, what the story is with these 2 medevacs here. We see they're all loaded up, and
might just be a misclick.
Yeah, I hope it. Okay, he's gonna unload it there, because that would be bad if he got engaged there by the Zerg's army.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, Zerg just gathering up his infestors and Zerglings. Looks like we have some Broodlords on the map.
Yeah.
Right up here, and this is probably gonna force ForGG to turn around. He needs to have Vikings to deal with those Broodlords.
Well, you know, he doesn't really have the huge Marine count, so he's got to be careful, as you said, Tasteless. But the infestor count is not as high as it could be. Here we go, the Broodlord's starting to push forward. What he wants is to unsiege those tanks or just kill things from afar. Either one is fine, but the siege tanks are what is scary for those infestors.
Lings now spilling out over here, and nice move by Nerchio. Definitely want to back away there, and then some good fungal growth here. Really nicely done.
That's right, but another infestor did just go down. In fact, he broke another one. Looks like by accident as well. Another infestor goes down, but good fungal growth between Broodlings and Zerglings. It looks like ForGG's army is in fact going to be pushed back, and Nerchio fighting back against ForGG.
Unbelievable. ForGG, the favorite going into this, now getting pushed back. We've actually casted a lot of upsets today, Artosis. It's pretty insane.
A lot of great comebacks going on today.
Absolutely. Remarkable. Now the question is, does he keep pushing? Does he push into this location? He can get by the 2 factories. That's going to make the infestors so strong. Meanwhile, ForGG just can't seem to get his base up over here. Note he only unburrowed a certain number of those. So that hold that thought. We got a battle coming up over here. Are these Broodlords about to end this game? Are we about to go to game number 2? We're going to find out soon here.
I think so, Tasteless. Look at this. He's just pushing forward so strongly. There's not even a single Viking out. He's still making medevacs, in fact. So these Broodlords are going to be almost impossible to kill. Oh, my God.
Command center lifting up. I think this is the beginning of the end, Artosis. I think there's no way here that ForGG is going to be able to recover. This is a disaster.
That's right. I'm definitely going to agree with you there, Tasteless. Nerchio sitting pretty at a max. He has a ton of bases, and GG. Nerchio keeping the dream alive.
You can see a little smirk on his face there. He knows. He played it really well back there. Can't even actually hide it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nerchio's showing emotion. He wants to kill ForGG. That's a big deal. You kill an OSL champion live here at a LAN, and especially when elimination is on the line. Not for ForGG, but for Nerchio.
Well, you know, the question now is should ForGG mix it up? You could see, I feel almost as though ForGG expected Nerchio to make some kind of myopic decision in the mid-game to mid-late game, and he would just laugh and say, well, I actually have 5 command centers. I have so much money. Now I'm going to power up and attack you. Nerchio was much more interested in just taking the map, spreading his scrape, and abusing, of all things, Burrow.
Yeah.
Some of the best Burrow play I've ever casted.
You know, I got to say, I love the way that Nerchio opened, going for 2-base tech. We almost never see that from Zergs, which is why ForGG opens so aggressive. But by opening so aggressively, Nerchio countered it perfectly with his tech opening. You know, if ForGG had done what we had seen the Muslim do so many times, you know, a really quick 3 command center, a really quick double eBay, he would have gotten a lot ahead of Nerchio.
Yeah, absolutely.